leadership and faith in the exercise, President Buhari and Vice President Osinbajo took the first jabs of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, which arrived the country last Tuesday. State House correspondent Damu Sambo reports.
Using a penless narrow-gauge syringe, Chief Personal Physician to President Muhammadu Buhari, Dr. Suhaib Sanusi Rafindadi, administered the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine on the Nigerian leader. This could best be described as a symbolic confirmation of the safety and efficacy of the vaccine, as well as a demonstration of faith in the vaccination exercise. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo was also vaccinated by his personal physician, Dr. Nicholas Auduferen. Both leaders were presented their e-vaccination cards by the Executive Director, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Faisal Shuaib.
Excellency, this vaccine is safe. The after effects, as we know so far, are mild. But on the whole, there is no untoward adverse effect that's associated with this vaccine, and it has been certified safe and usable by NAFDAC.
President Muhammadu Buhari described COVID-19, which resulted in over 2.5 million fatalities and destroying several national and global systems, as an unseen but very potent enemy around the world. The speedy development of the vaccine, he said, is not only significant but underscores the collective resolve of humanity to overcome the pandemic. Having been vaccinated as a demonstration of leadership, the president made a strong case for Nigerians to do same so as to be protected from the deadly virus.
The vaccine offers hope for a safe country free of coronavirus. I urge all state governments, traditional and religious leaders to take the lead in the mobilization effort within their environment and spheres of influence. I similarly urge all eligible Nigerians to present themselves and be vaccinated in accordance with the order of priority already mapped out at the various authorized designated centers only.
While congratulating the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 on the successful multi-sectoral approach to the management of the pandemic, the President acknowledged the support of development partners and other critical stakeholders for supporting Nigeria thus far, promising that the resources provided will be equitably administered.
The response in Nigeria and ECOWAS sub-region has been robust, collaborative, and united. It was driven by a collective knowledge of the fact that no country is safe until every country is safe.
PTF Chairman and Secretary to Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, attributed the event, which he described as memorable and remarkable, to the leadership qualities provided by President Muhammadu Buhari in the national response to COVID-19.
I think vaccine hesitancy would have to give way now to the reality. Our most strategic leadership have received them this morning. They are safe, they are efficacious, and it is for the good and well-being of our people.
Nigeria, which took delivery of 3.92 million doses of AstraZeneca vaccine on Tuesday and expects to receive 84 million doses before the year runs out, is aiming to vaccinate 40% of its population this year and a further 30% in 2022. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Ogun State Governor Nta Abeokuta has made presentation to the federal government on adoption of Agro Cargo Airport in Elisha, Ikenne local government of Ogun East Senatorial District, which the state is currently funding. The governor made the presentation while addressing members of the Senate Committee on Aviation, led by Senator Smart Adeyemi, at the Executive Council Chamber in Abeokuta. Lekon Agbode reports.
Governor Abiodun, while receiving members of the committee, said the project, which the state government embarked upon, is intended to diversify the economy give impetus to agriculture and value chain for export. The first phase of the project, initiated in 2007, according to the governor, is expected to be completed for inauguration in 2022.
Technical corridor with access and egress road networks. We are also very clear that we do not need a passenger airport. A lot of very heavy work has been done on this cargo airport, and we are very excited about the opportunities that this metropolis presents.
The committee, led by Senator Smart Adeyemi, was in the state as part of its oversight function to two different airports in the state, which are agro-cargo airport projects initiated by the state government in 2007 at Ileshan area of Ikenne local government of the state and the commercial airport in Wasimi area of the state. The committee's chairman said the visit was imperative to give an informed suggestions for necessary legislative actions.
Our coming here is for us to see how we can look at these two airports and help the aviation ministry on one hand, and that because it will guide us in the process of legislation and budgeting for the Ministry of Aviation.
The state governor, who later led the delegation to the site of the project, when completed, will turn around the economy status of the state. He called on relevant stakeholders to support the completion of the projects. In Abeokuta, Nta Abeokuta, Nta.
In a related development, Senate Committee on Aviation says it will make adequate funds available to the aviation sector in the budget for the early completion of Wasemi International Airport in Ewekoro local government area of Ogun State. The committee, led by Senator Smart Adeyemi, stated this during the committee's oversight function to the site of the project. Nta Abeokuta reports.
The construction work on the project is obviously progressing as the runway is almost done and the people of the area are happy. Members of the Senate Committee on Aviation arrived for on-the-spot assessment of the project and expressed satisfaction with what they saw. They promised legislative input to make it see the light of the day.
So obvious that this is a construction site for airports. So it's not a new project, as to ensure that when projects are started, they are completed. So our coming here is to see, and maybe before the next few 3-4 months, we are expecting that there could be a need to review the budget in line with the increase in revenue coming to Nigeria. So they could call for supplementary budgets.
Since his tenure as governor of the state till now as a senator representing the Ogun Central Senatorial District, he has been so instrumental, and now he is a member of the Senate Committee on Aviation.
I want to place on record the support of Mr. President for this project, because if we are not getting his support, probably we would not have moved this far. So mine is just to show appreciation and thank them and commend them. For me, if it's possible for us to have even 10 airports, so be it. I'm happy for it. So we want to safely say that by the benevolence of the Almighty, this airport will see the light of the day.
The people are too eager to see the project completed for the vision of development to be realized.
It's a matter of pride that federal government thinks about this place as an airport, and we pray that in our lifetime it should happen. Oh, great impact indeed. It's exposing us to beautiful things, development all over. There are a lot of things in this area, and once an airport sits here, you can imagine how the economy will boost in no time.
In Abeokuta, Nta Abeokuta, Nta News.
Agriculture has been described as one of the sectors of the economy that is imbued with many potentials in making Ogun State the food basket of the nation if adequately exploited. In this report, Lukman Adifeso takes a look at various innovative methods for agricultural revolution in Ogun State to evolve food sufficiency.
According to statistics from Intelligence Unit of The Economist, Nigeria ranks 38 out of 100 according to its food security status. These statistics suggest that the need for Nigeria to redouble our efforts in ensuring that food is readily available for all and sundry. In Ogun State, efforts are being intensified by government to key into the federal government agricultural policy on food security. One of the areas the state government is exploiting lies on the introduction of value chain programs to boost food production under the policy of grow what we eat and eat what we grow.
The agricultural agenda of Ogun State can be listed as one, support to smallholder farmers, who will support food security. We're also interested in agricultural industrialization and job creation. And we're also interested in food and nutrition so that our people can grow what they eat very well and acquire strength and immunity to cope with daily challenges, especially in this post-COVID-19 era.
Although experts agree that if utilized appropriately, agriculture can provide jobs for unemployed youths, especially those who are willing to go into the sector, thereby increasing the level of productivity. This is why experts recommend mechanized farming as a way of encouraging the young ones to embrace farming to replace the current aging farmers.
In the River Basin, under Federal Ministry of Water Resources, we have a program called Graduate Youth Empowerment. We are training them on agriculture, some on crop, some on animal husbandry, some on fish, and that kind of entrepreneurship. We train them, we give them stipends during the training for 1 year. Then at the end of the day, during the training, we make them to produce, not that theoretical, it's practical.
We're interested in youth-focused agri program. And that's why we want to deepen on climate-smart agriculture, irrigation facilities. We also want to mainstream ICT into what we're doing. So last year alone, we linked under the federal government and Cobora program, 7,500 individuals. But we have more than enough registration to double this year. We're also into value chain development program, PZDP, where we linked close to 8,000 people last year. We also want to expand that.
So the food security stands with the policy of the government. One, to make the land available, to make the farmers to be able to get the financial backup. Then the equipment should be subsidized. These are the things I think the government should be able to put in place. Let that be, if it's going to be a research institution, let it be. From the university to the research institution, now to the farmer, let there be synergy. So that the farmers will get the complaint to the research institution, the research institution will work on it, the university will give a backup, then there will be a feedback to the farmer that this is how you improve on your crops, this is how you improve on your farming, this is how you improve on your storage, this is how you improve on the processing.
The youths, on their part, say they are willing to contribute their quota in making Ogun State the food basket of the nation.
We've gotten enough skills, knowledge that we can apply in fish farming, and with that it will increase our livelihood, and the multiplier effects on the economy will be positive.
And we, the youth, instead of roaming about here and there, if we can stay and do these things, I think we can have self-reliance.
Stakeholders urged the state to do more in mechanized farming in ensuring food sufficiency in the country. In Abeokuta, Lukman Adefeso, NTA News.
A cross-section of the people in Ebonyi State have called on government at all levels to beef up security and make provision for necessary infrastructure in schools in order to curb security threats in such public institutions. Chinazi John reports that they made this known while speaking on the solutions to kidnapping of students in the country.
Kidnapping of students in some parts of the country is one sad news no parent wants to hear. This is due to the fact that they do not only wish to see them safe, but also want them to live and become great leaders of tomorrow. Those interviewed, including some students, said the development calls for urgent actions, like perimeter fencing and tightening up of security architecture in schools, as well as educating students on some security tips.
We are not happy over it, so we are appealing the government to come and help us to fence this area, even to give us security men to help us to guide this area.
If you want to go outside, you will go out with your exit card. somebody coming inside the school, I will monitor the person and know what the person wants.
We need the government to like make securities around, put some agencies around so that there will not be any loss of any students again.
The thing is really touching because I don't know what those people that kidnap them will do. So it's better for government to bring a security.
The Ebonyi State Commissioner for Information, Mr. Nta and the Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Lovett Oda, stated that it is a wake-up call for all citizens, adding that some steps have already been taken to curtail such occurrence in the state.
However,
we now move on to the arena where Samuel Johnson is standing by to give us updates on sports.
After a season of break due to the coronavirus pandemic, the Higher Institution Football League HIFL 2021 season is back with renewed determination by key actors to produce more football stars. Stakeholders told journalists in Lagos that the improved football league that has continued to produce talents is set to kick off with the qualifying rounds scheduled for designated centers across the country from the 19th to 23rd of April 2021. Action continues on Sunday in Nigeria's Professional Football League with 10 matches across the country. Wiki Tourist of Bauchi will host Kwara United, while Rivers United will engage Jigawa Stars. At the continental level, Nigeria's Enyimba Football Club of Aba will play against Al Ahly Benghazi. The match, which will be played on Sunday, will be live on Nigerian Television Authority (NTA) and the NPFL television. The International Olympics Committee Advanced Management course, which was organized by the Nigeria Olympics Committee, has ended in Lagos after the one-year program was completed. 24 sports administrators from various parts of the country took part in the course. Encomiums have been poured on the former president of the Nigeria Volleyball Federation, Edward Kolawole Adeokuta, whose remains were laid to rest in Lagos. At the service of songs and funeral, family and friends paid glowing tribute to the former veteran journalist and poet for his service to humanity and the giant strides he made while he was president of the Nigeria Volleyball Federation. The late Edward Kolawole Adeokuta died on January 3, 2021 at the age of 80. With sports updates, Samuel Johnson, NTA News.
That's it on Channel 12 News tonight. Thanks for being there.
aláṣẹ buhari àti igbákejì rẹ̀ ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n yẹmí ọ̀ṣínbàjò ti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àti dènà covid-19 ní ìlú àbújá. ìgbìmọ̀ ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà lórí ìrìn àjò ojú afẹ́fẹ́ ti ṣe ìlérí láti rí i pé pápákọ̀ òfurufú tí ìjọba àpapọ̀ ń kọ́ lọ́wọ́ ní wàsinmi yóò tètè parí láìpẹ́. ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí, ẹ sì kú ìsinmi ìní ìròyìn ọdẹ ṣe tí gbọ́ yín láti lè ṣàmúhùnmáwòrán ìjọba àpapọ̀ àti Abẹ́òkúta. Mohammed Adébọ̀wálé ni oníròyìn ọ̀hún lẹ́kùn rẹ̀. aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari àti igbákejì rẹ̀ ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Yẹmí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò ni wọ́n ti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára láti dènà kíkó àrùn kòkòrò àìfojúrí nìyẹn COVID-19 ní olú-iléeṣẹ́ aláṣẹ tó wà ní ìlú Àbújá ní ìpinnu àti ṣe àfihàn jíjẹ́ aṣíwájú rere tó ṣe é fi ọkàn tán àti níní ìgbàgbọ́ nínú ètò fífúnni ní abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára
láti dènà àrùn náà. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí akọ̀ròyìn wa Adamu Sambo tó mú bọ̀ síwájú sí lẹ́nu Ṣèyí Ògúnbáyọ̀.
Aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari ti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tó ń dènà àrùn kòrónà láti ọwọ́ oníṣègùn rẹ̀, oníṣègùn Shuaib àkọ́kọ́ ọ̀hún, èyí tí wọ́n ṣàpèjúwe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀rí ìdánilójú pé abẹ́rẹ́ tó ń dènà àrùn kòrónà ọ̀hún kò béwu dé rárá. Bákan náà ni igbákejì aláṣẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Yẹmí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò náà ti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ọ̀hún láti ọwọ́ oníṣègùn tirẹ̀ pẹ̀lú oníṣègùn Nicholas Adefẹ́rẹ́mí. Àwọn aṣíwájú méjèèjì náà ló gba ìwé ẹ̀rí mo ti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tó ń dènà àrùn COVID-19 láti ọwọ́ adarí àgbà àjọ àpapọ̀ ìtọ́jú ìṣègùn alábọ́dé nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà oníṣègùn Ráfíndádì Shuaib. Alákòóso ètò ìlera nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà oníṣègùn Ọ̀sàgé Ẹ̀hánirè sọ pé abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ọ̀hún ni kò sí ewu kankan nínú rẹ̀, ó sì ti gba ìyọ̀ǹda àjọ NAFDAC. Aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari ṣàpèjúwe àrùn COVID-19 gẹ́gẹ́ bí èyí tí ó nípa lórí mílíọ̀nù 2.5 tí ó sì ti ba ọ̀pọ̀ nǹkan jẹ́ àti dídènà ìgbòkègbodò lágbàáyé. Ó ní àṣeyọrí àpèsè abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ọ̀hún ló jẹ́ àjàṣẹ́gun fún gbogbo ìran ènìyàn. Báyìí tí aláṣẹ àti igbákejì rẹ̀ ti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ọ̀hún gẹ́gẹ́ bí àmì ìdánilójú fún àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ó wá rọ àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà láti má ṣe àfira ní gbígba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára náà kí wọ́n lè dènà àrùn burúkú ọ̀hún láwùjọ ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Ó wá gbóríyìn fún ìgbìmọ̀ amúṣẹ́ṣe aláṣẹ lórí àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn COVID-19 fún àṣeyọrí ọ̀hún àti ọ̀nà tí wọ́n fi darí nǹkan lákòókò tí àrùn náà le gan-an. Ó ní ìlera àwọn ènìyàn orílẹ̀-èdè ní àlàáfíà orílẹ̀-èdè ọ̀hún.
Ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà ilé wa tó ń rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìrìn àjò ojú afẹ́fẹ́ ti ṣèlérí wípé àwọn yóò ṣe ìgbékalẹ̀ owó tó tó fún ẹ̀ka ìrìn àjò ojú afẹ́fẹ́ nínú àbá ìṣúná kí iṣẹ́ àkànṣe pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó wà ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ewékòró ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn lè tètè parí. Ìgbìmọ̀ náà ni wọ́n ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí ibi tíṣẹ́ dé dúró lórí iṣẹ́ àkànṣe náà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Ẹgbọ́n tí akọ̀wé wa Lẹ́kàn Agbọ́ndẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ síwájú sí.
Láì ṣe àní-àní, iṣẹ́ tí ń lọ ní pẹrẹwu ní ibi iṣẹ́ àkànṣe ọ̀hún, èyí tí ó ti dé ibi tí ó dùn àwọn aráàlú nínú. Àwọn ọmọ ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún ṣe àbẹ̀wò síbi iṣẹ́ àkànṣe ọ̀hún láti lè mọ bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ. Wọ́n sì ṣe ìlérí láti rí i dájú pé àwọn ṣe ohun tó yẹ gẹ́gẹ́ bí aṣòfin fún ìlọsíwájú àti àṣeyọrí iṣẹ́ àkànṣe náà. Láti ìgbà tí ó ti jẹ́ gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn títí di àkókò yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí aṣòfin àgbà tó ń ṣojú àárín gbùngbùn ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn, aṣòfin àgbà Ìbíkúnlé Amósùn ti kó ipa ribiribi nínú àṣeyọrí iṣẹ́ àkànṣe náà. Ó wá dúpẹ́ gidigidi lọ́wọ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ fún gbogbo àtìlẹ́yìn àti iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí ó ti ṣe fún àṣeyọrí iṣẹ́ àkànṣe ọ̀hún. Inú àwọn èèyàn sì dùn, pàápàá jùlọ àwọn ará agbègbè ọ̀hún, wípé tí iṣẹ́ náà bá parí tán yóò mú ìdàgbàsókè tí ó lágbára bá agbègbè wọn. Lẹ́kàn Agbọ́ndẹ̀ ló ti ń jábọ̀ ròyìn.
Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn Ọmọọba Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ti rọ ìjọba àpapọ̀ láti tẹ́wọ́ gba pápákọ̀ òfurufú kíkó ẹrù lọ sí ilẹ̀ òkè òkun ìyẹn Agro-Cargo Airport tó wà ní agbègbè Ìlíṣàn ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ìkẹ́nnẹ́ ní agbègbè ìlà oòrùn ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn, èyí tí ó jẹ́ wípé ètò ìnáwó rẹ̀ ló ti ọwọ́ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn wá. Gómìnà ni ó sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí lásìkò tí ó ní ìjíròrò pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà lábẹ́ ìgbìmọ̀ alábẹ́sẹ́kẹ́lé tó ń rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ìrìn àjò ojú afẹ́fẹ́ tí alága rẹ̀ Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Smart Adéyẹmí léwájú fún lásìkò tí ìgbìmọ̀ náà wá ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí àwọn iṣẹ́ àkànṣe ní ẹ̀ka náà tí wọ́n wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Láti mú ẹ̀dínkù bá ìjàmbá omíyalé àgbàlá ṣọ́ọ̀bù àti àwọn onírúurú ìpèníjà tí ó máa ń kojú àwùjọ, ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti ṣetán láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn ètò kan tí wọ́n là kalẹ̀ láti rí i pé wọ́n dóòlà ẹ̀mí àti dúkìá àwọn ènìyàn lásìkò tí irúfẹ́ ìjàmbá bá ṣẹlẹ̀. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Suleiman Kòdógì ló wà níbi tí wọ́n ti ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí wọ́n bọ̀ síwájú sí lẹ́nu Ṣèyí Ògúnbáyọ̀.
Fún ọ̀pọ̀ ọdún ni àwọn agbègbè tó wà yíká odò àti adágún tó ń pèsè iná nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ti máa ń kojú omíyalé àyíká wọn tí ó sì máa ń ba ọ̀pọ̀ dúkìá pàápàá tí ó máa ń mú ẹ̀mí lọ. Látàrí èyí, òun ni àjọ IPAC fi ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò àwọn ohun tó máa ń fa àkúnya omi ní àwọn agbègbè tó gba àjọ náà lálejò kí wọ́n sì wo bí ìpèsè iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná ṣe lè dé àwọn agbègbè náà. Pẹ̀lú bí wọ́n ṣe búra fún ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún ẹlẹ́ni 54 náà láti bójú wo ìjàmbá tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn agbègbè tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ 7 ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tí adágún ìpèsè iná wà láti wo ọ̀nà tí wọn yóò fi ṣe àṣeyọrí iṣẹ́ ọ̀hún pẹ̀lú ìgbọ́kànlé tí àjọ náà gbélé wọn lọ́wọ́ láti rí i pé iṣẹ́ náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́nà tó rọrùn kí ó sì ṣàṣeparí èròǹgbà wọn fún àwọn agbègbè tó yíká adágún odò káàkiri ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà èyí tí wọ́n ti ń pèsè ohun agbára iná. Ṣèyí Ògùnbáyọ̀ ló ń jábọ̀ ròyìn.
tó àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn wa fún ti àsìkò yìí kò ní ju báyìí lọ pàdé wa nígbà míì fún àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn lọ́tùn ó dàárọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ lásùn.
Thank you.